Hey man, great idea for a channel, watching everyone watch you play and learn how to play guitar. I thought I'd give you a few tips. I've been playing a little while. A few things that I've watched from some of your videos. They're just tips, you don't have to do them at all. They're just ideas, but hopefully they'll give you some ideas about how you might be able to improve and so on. So the first thing, when you're playing something like Seven Nation Army, I'm noticing your picking hand here is making quite big movements. So I'm looking at the camera rather than where I'm playing. But you know, your right hand is sort of moving through the string quite a lot. Try and reduce those movements by resting that part of your hand on the actual bridge here. You can do it slightly on the strings. You'll get a slightly muted sound if you do that. But you can do it on the bridge. And what that does, it just takes away the arm movement and it makes it a wrist movement instead. So, and what it means is that once you've plucked a note, you can return back to the next, play the next note, and it's not so far to move. So you can do it quicker and more smoothly. So instead of going, you're resting your hand on the bridge and like that. It's a much smaller movement. If you want to rest your hand further along the string, it'll mute it slightly, which could be a really good sound as well, particularly if you're playing the power chords. So if I move my hand along, you'll hear it change. And after a while, you just learn where you like to hold your hand. So that's the first thing. You can also rest your little pinky finger, your little finger, on the scratch plate here. Steve Vai does this, and lots of other great guitarists. And that again helps to anchor your hand so you can make the movements smaller. So they're like that. So my little finger's on there. This is how I play most of the time, to be honest. So so next thing, Seven Nation Army. You've got the notes down. You're playing them with one finger and you're moving it around. Sometimes with the guitar, there's what we call the one finger per fret. So if I just come down here, the 5th fret, you play the 5th there, 6th fret uses that finger, 3rd fret that one, and the 7th fret and 8th fret. So if you have to skip between them, rather than move your hand, you just put your finger down. So it's just your fingers moving up and down rather than, which is obviously a lot harder to do. So bear that in mind. So Seven Nation Army, the starting note on the 12th fret can also be played on the next string further down. And if you use that one finger per fret rule, it's oh, I've lost it there, so because I was looking at the camera. So my hand isn't having to slide around. I'm just using my fingers, which is so much easier to do. I'm resting my little finger there, if you notice. Okay, that's cool. One last thing for today. You're playing downstrokes. It's really good to get early to start learning to play upstrokes as well. So just taking one note. I'm not going to move this finger at all. Watch the right hand. So you're playing down and then up again. It takes a little while to get the motor in your hand moving smoothly, but that's what practice is all about, isn't it? So you just try and keep the movements small at this stage. So we're not doing big movements like this at all. Just enough to clear the string. I've got a small bit. It really doesn't take a lot of movement to make the note come out. And the faster you go, the smaller the movements need to be. Still resting on my little finger there. Okay, so you can practice those up and down strokes and the 1 finger per fret rule by playing 1, 2, 3, 4, going to the next string, 1, 2, 3, 4, and again. So if you watch my right hand here, it's just sort of going up and down, up and down, up and down, and nothing fancy, just like a robot. Or you can just do it on 1 string. There we go. So I hope that's a few little pointers for you to practice. It does take a while, nothing comes overnight, but if you just keep at it a little bit each day, then the motors in your hand and the muscles start to learn what they need to do. Good luck, mate.